Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive? This one had 12 episodes and was airing in spring of 2025. The answer is no. So we have the synopsis from AniList. Childhood BFFs Himari and Yu's vow of friendship hits turbulence when Yu reunites with his first crush in high school. Himari, who has never known the fuzzy warmth of a crush, now must confront her feelings. Their shared dreams and peaceful days as the two-some gardening club are tested in this tale of love, flowers and growing pain. Now this one was a little bit weird. I'm not really a romance guy. However, from all the ones I have seen, this is the weirdest relationship. So we have our main guy, Yu, and Himari, which is a blue-haired girl. And they have a very peculiar relationship. So they are in this gardening club. Yu has he's doing accessories and stuff. And Himari, they hang out. They have a dream together to open this accessory shop. Now, Yu is the normal love rom-com protagonist. Is a wishy-washy, not really willing to, express his feelings. Now Himari is similar. She is very... She clings a lot to our main character. And that is a bit strange. She's at points straddling him or grappling him. Not in a sexual way in any means, but she's very close to him bodily. Now, this would be fine. I assume this would be a normal friendship, maybe, like the story would suggest. Especially whenever we got introduced to Enomoto, which is the childhood friend, as the third character in this little triangle. However, she also teases him all the time, and instead of, because it seems like she clearly likes him, he also likes her, at least somewhat, more than normal, because he's willing to sacrifice a lot for her, or do a lot of stuff for her. Now, she teases him, she's saying some sentence, and then she's pulling back at the last second because, oh, this could disrupt our status quo, and we could potentially, come together, because it's very strange. She's also very self-centered. She's always calling herself cute. We also have this little quirk, which is a little... It takes a little bit getting used to, that there's a situation, she's going to make a specific face, and he's going to narrate what she's thinking. Which is a little bit strange, but sure, it probably is just to show, hey, they know each other pretty well. Not enough for him to understand that she may be interested in him, or for her to understand that he may be interested in her. But I guess understand enough to know what they think, apart from, who they like. Now we get introduced to the third character, Enomoto, in this triangle. She is a character I would appreciate in a romance, because she's pretty straightforward. She's coming in, she's like, hey, I like you, I love you. He, to his credit, he's saying, I'm not interested, I don't feel the same way about you, which is good, okay. However, she's not having any of it. She is very stubborn. She's still pursuing him. And then we have this, this typical rom-com relationship. It is, the MC to have this wishy-washy relationship. It's par for the course. This is the part I don't really gel with this kind of storytelling, where you have you have a pair, and instead of developing it, you have a third character come in, you build a triangle, you produce drama that way, to then potentially get together with the character. Now this one is a very strange setup at all, because we have a blue-haired girl and a childhood friend, and you know, they both automatically should lose. So who knows, maybe we get a fourth character at some point that is going to win, because she's neither blue-haired nor childhood. But it was very weird. Very weird, not what I like. I like the stories from like Horimiya. I love Horimiya. It's one of my favorites in this kind of genre. It's more comedy than romance, to be fair. Dangers in My Heart is naturally pretty good. Like stories like that, if you have a relationship, a romance relationship, you know, just develop that relationship. You can throw in some character for some time, like you to shake it up a little bit, but not have this whole dynamic for the whole time. I don't really gel with that, especially if you have a character that is just better, which is Enomoto. She's just better. She's open, she's willing, she is, you know, putting her foot forward. You know what you have with her, instead of, you know, this wishy-washy relationship. But fair enough. This one has 66% on any list. My enemy list has it at 6.7. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. It's fine, I guess. I would not recommend it at all, which is everything below an 8 is more or less I would not recommend it. So, but I would not say it's totally bad. We do have some nice animation, but some nice pictures. We do have some plot points, so it's not only the rom-com stuff. The plot points towards the end make no sense. Let's go into a little bit spoiler. Don't want to talk too much about this. 7 out of 10. I guess you can watch it. I would not. Watch some other rom-com. Now there is one plot point that is really strange. Spoiler. Now towards the end, the sister of Enomoto comes in, not to support her sister or whatever, because at some point, let's go on this side, Himari is more or less scouted to be a model, so she would have to move to Tokyo, do modeling, and it seems like the sister of Enomoto was the one scouting her. Okay, so seemingly Himari said yes, I guess, I don't really know. And the sister of Enomoto was like, okay, you come to Tokyo, we do the whole modeling stuff, you know, we work on that. What we find out is that supposedly she had paid for, you know, getting her to Tokyo for other stuff. And she later comes in and is like, yo, give Himari to me. She is going to our main character, Yu, and is like, yo, give me Himari. Give me this other person that is, I guess, a slave now. Give me her. And he's like, what do you mean? And then we get to, you know, she's going to tell us, I paid for all the stuff, and, you know, she has to pay it back. Or she comes with me and works for for my modeling agency or whatever it is. Which is very strange, because I don't believe Himari signed anything, so you would have to pay for it, and she probably didn't force you to pay for it. On the other hand, I don't know how much you had to pay to get her to Tokyo and whatever you wanted to pay. There was some other stuff she quoted, I don't remember. It is very strange that she is coming to him to clear this up instead of going to her, because, you know, it's her debt and stuff. So what she's doing, okay, if you don't want to give her to me, how about we do like a test? You do like an accessory, and if it's good enough, I'm going to, you know, forget everything. And if not, you give me Himari, which is just a really stupid idea and all. I would have just said no. No, we are not doing this bullshit. Because, you know, you can't force your debt on her, and even if, sure, we can pay it back at some point. I mean, fine. I'm not going to play games with the future of someone else. I can play games with the future of myself, but not with someone else. Very strange plot point. Did not like it. The resolvement was pretty meh. Did not like that at all. Otherwise, yeah, it's a rom-com. Yay.